The PlayStation 5. This amazing console that was brought to us in 2020 had many advantages compared to the PS4. But it's not only the replacement of it, but also it can be a complement to the PS4 itself. It has faster loading times, games that are retro compatible, and also a beautiful 4K on its standard version. Also, the games are much funnier now because of the DualSense that most people consider a problem for their hands, but it was well received, and it's one of the advantages to have this console. But as the same way it was in the PS4, it has many hidden details that can improve your experience. So this is why we're bringing you today this video. We're bringing to you tips for your PlayStation 5. Of course, I want to do a part 2 of this video, so if you want to see more of this, please like this video and comment in the comment section, and also consider to subscribe. It'll be pretty great. Also, I want to do the same with the PS4 because I know that there's most PS4 users than PS5 users. So if you want a video of those two, please comment. In the meantime, enjoy this video and also welcome everyone. Alright, from here we're gonna start up our PS5. I gotta say that also you will notice that there are some Spanish letters on my PS5, and it's to make it easier to understand for some people that is watching me and speak Spanish. So my main is English, so don't worry about it, you'll understand. You know this button, the microphone button, but do you know that it has more than just a mute button for your microphone? If we keep pressing this button for a few seconds, you will notice these icons. And that will silence your PS5 console along with your microphone. Also, you can leave your microphone open and silence the console if you need to hear what's going around you in real life. So that's a pretty good tip. Now, sometimes we'll leave our PS5 turned on, but we have to save battery for our DualSense. So what we have to do is keep pressing the PS button for at least 10 to 12 seconds, and it will automatically turn off. As you can see, it's pretty easy. Next, do you know that you can measure the level of battery because of the Rayossah system? Yeah, as you can see over here, it works perfectly and it's hard to press. Sometimes, when you have this activated, you will notice that it will be easier to press, and it's because your controller needs some charge. So that's how you can find it out. To play locally is pretty fun, and the best way will be buying 4 controllers for this purpose. But it's not the cheapest one, and also you may not use them all. So here's an alternative. Do you know that there's an app called PS Distant Use app? You can connect your keyboard and mouse and connect it to your PC, so that way you can use this as a controller. Also, you can use your DualShock 4 from your PlayStation 4 if you have one, but it has some limitations, like for example this one. As you may see, here it is Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War, but it has this little PS5 logo over here. The same with Sackboy. But we have another copy of the game with this PS4 logo on it. So what does it mean? Basically, it's the kind of edition we have. In this case, this is the PS4 version. That means it doesn't require the retroactive technology and also the loading times to work. That means that your DualShock and your DualSense can play this, but the DualSense wouldn't have the retroactive functions active because that only works with the PS5 version. So let's look at another one for example. Over here, the DualShock is not connected, but there it is. This one over here. EA Sports FC24 is also for PS5, so that means that only this controller will work and not the one of the PlayStation 4. But you can install the PS4 versions that it's included in most of the games, and that way play it with your DualShock and also the keyboard and mouse, working as a second controller or third controller, or even fourth. You might have noticed that if you jump from the PS4 to the PS5 version of a game that you have already played, maybe your progress has disappeared, but there are some games like this one over here, it's called Sackboy Big Adventure, where you can save your data transfer and then put it on the PS5 version, like over here. If we press this button from the PS4, we can download everything to our PS5. So not all games has this, but most of them does. So search for it if your game has this, and you can save your progress from PS4 to PS5. If you've had a PS4, you might hear this. Yeah, it's iconic from the PlayStation 2 to this generation, and it's also on the PlayStation 5. But did you know that you can mute it? For some of us, like me for example, that sound might be annoying sometimes, so there's a way to put it low or high or even mute it. So let's go to this place, settings, and right after that, system. Alright, let's press, and right down of the button HDMI, you can find the sound. This one over here. Volume to set if you want it low or high, and over here if you want to hear it or not. You have to update your PS5 to have this, because this is an recent update that just basically allowed to do this, along with using Discord. As you must know, PlayStation 4 had some accessories, and this one was one of them, the PlayStation camera. It was only for the PlayStation 4, but there's a way to connect it to your PS5 without any problem, but you have to do something first. If you bought this with a PlayStation VR, you can register its serial number of the VR device on PlayStation Store or even with the PlayStation support, and they will send you a free adapter to connect it to your PS5 and play with the PlayStation VR games. But if you only have the camera like me to play Just Dance, you must have to buy it, but with a reduced price. So if you have the VR device, it'll be better because it'll be free, but if you only have the camera, you have to buy the accessory. And this is it for now, guys. I know there are much tricks that I want to show you, but I'll do it on a part 2. Please write it on the comments if you want one, and also another one with the PlayStation 4. For now, I'll leave you some of the greatest videos of our channel, and also thank you guys for coming to the end. Also, please consider to subscribe, like that button, and comment something. So see you around, guys. Thank you, everyone.